Greetings and welcome to the Fan Perspective. I'm your host Nathan Lau, and I decided I was going to do a short video just to talk about some of the big storylines I noticed popping up throughout the off season, just condensed into one short, hopefully like 3 to 4 minute video. Some of the big news: Tamika Catchings, one of the premier defenders in the league, one of the best players to play the game easily. She says she plans to retire after the 2016 season, which it means she plans to play this year, and then she will also play next year, and then participate in the Olympics as well. And then after that, she will hang up her jersey and just call it quits for good. And I've also heard she's thinking about maybe going into coaching, stuff like that afterwards. So, Tamika, she's somebody that for as long as I've been watching the WNBA, she's been there, and she's been a force to be reckoned with. So that's definitely something I'm going to miss. So I do plan to watch as many Fever games as I can for the next 2 seasons. And then some coaching changes. First of all, the Liberty rehired Lambieer as their head coach. They hadn't let him go, and then they brought him back. I don't understand what's going on. It's something to do with politics and whatnot. I don't mess with that stuff. There's something going on there. There's a whole scheme behind this. I don't get it. The Brian Agler, who was coaching the Seattle Storm last season, he is now gonna be the head coach for the Los Angeles Sparks. So they're bringing that experience to the team. I mean, he did win the championship with the Storm, and they've been one of the top defensive teams while he was there during his tenure. So that's something that I think he could be effective with the roster that he has there in LA. And then you've also got the Seattle Storm as his replacement. They've named Jenny, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, Boucek or something. Like, I don't really know who she is, but I looked her up. Apparently, she's been like playing and coaching in the league since it started. She was a player for a few seasons, and then she moved around as an assistant coach for a couple of different teams, I think. Like, I don't really know enough about her to comment any further, other than the fact that she's the new head coach for the Seattle Storm right now. Then you've got a few big names being traded. Seattle trades Camille and Shekinna Stricklen to Connecticut for Renee Montgomery and the 3rd and 14th pick in this year's draft. So Seattle, already with the number 1 overall pick, now also getting the number 3 overall pick. And you've also got the Sky and Liberty just basically straight up trade between Cappie Pondexter, sending her from New York to Chicago, and Epiphany sending her from Chicago to New York. And from what I hear, a lot of people think this is better for both teams. I mean, Cappie, she's an amazing playmaker. She's someone who can consistently put up 20-point games. Epiphany, like, I'm not sure what it was, but it didn't really look like a solid fit in Chicago. I know she's capable of putting up 30-point nights, but it's not something she was regularly doing. Like, it seems like apparently she didn't fit their system or whatever it is. Like, from what I'm hearing, this source is mutually beneficial for both teams. So, like, it seems like a good trade for now. We'll see what happens when it's actually put into action. I mean, I'm not sold on it, but, like, I'm not, shitting about it either. And then there's also, you had Erin Philips sign with the Sparks, and that they've always been kind of weak at the guard position for the past few years, and so now you have a guard who's got 2 championships, and she could boost them up, but I don't think it's enough. The wins that she adds to the club aren't going to make up for the losses that they're going to have with Candace out, which, in case you hadn't heard, Candace Parker, she's going to miss the beginning of the season. Right now it's an undetermined amount of time from what I last heard. She just she wants to take some time off to like rest, heal up, because apparently injuries have piled up, and she wants to be at 100% so she can give her best effort to the team. And also, if I've already mentioned this, I had an entire video by itself about this, but Diana Taurasi is now expected she's going to miss the entire 2015 season. Apparently with her off-season club, her overseas, she has a contract where she can get paid a certain amount of money to be able to sit out for the summer, and so that's what she's going to do. And so she announced that she wasn't going to participate in this season, and she has also since had surgery on her hand. So, yeah. Phoenix, they lose Erin Philips, they lose Diana Taurasi, so that guard position is going to be in question. But at the same time, hopefully you get to see BG take another step forward in her growth and development, so we'll see what she can do. And we've also got, Dewana Bonner and Candace Dupree still over there, and Penny Taylor. So they'll still be a pretty scary team to face off in the regular season, but Diana Taurasi, that affects them a lot. She's obviously their leader, easily one of the best players in the game, top 3, debatably the best, but that really just depends. That's a matter of opinion, really. It's hard to judge. So anyways, that's just some of the biggest news stories that I noticed. If I missed anything, feel free to tell me, because it's hard to find this shit. People don't talk about the WNBA that much. Like, I have to go digging for information. And so, yeah, tell me about Jenny Boucek, or whatever her name is. Because, like I said, I only started watching in 2007, so I had no idea who she was until the announcement was made. So, yeah. The draft is on Thursday, April 16th, which is 2 days from now, so be sure to watch that. And I actually know a lot of the players that are getting drafted. I will not do a draft recap, but like I actually did. I'm trying to watch more college ball so I can know more about these women who are coming into the league, and maybe someday in 2 or 3 years I might actually start doing draft recaps again, because my first one didn't seem that well received last year. And so I'll do power rankings after the draft recap. I don't know, I plan on doing it in May. I'm still waiting for a few of things to get officially announced, because there's a lot of names in the league that I'm trying to figure some official news out before I say that might change the rankings. I still don't know what's going on with Liz Cambage and the Shock. If she plays, that drastically changes the whole look of the team. And I'm not sure what's going on with Lauren Jackson. Is she ever coming back? Because she just keeps getting banged up. Things like that here and there. And since the season starts a month later, I figure I've got a little time to wait. I can put this off just a few more weeks. So, power rankings will probably come starting sometime in May. And, first edition of WNBA Weekly will happen the Friday morning before the season opens, or maybe the Thursday before the season opens. I need to check the schedule again, but it'll be right around that time in June. So, yeah, stay tuned for that.